IQ. He understands the sport. He looks at it in a mental sense. He knows what he needs to do.
Fight. Crawford gonna have to stay consistent and win out. Gonna have to get ahead and stay ahead. You know what I mean? And then also looming is the controversy. Can Crawford win a close decision? I could never win a close decision.
Crawford has the same, but I just feel like Crawford's ring-eye coordination is better and he has more fire in the body left. He wants it more, in my opinion.
Lennox Lewis breaks down why Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Álvarez, stressing that the fight is more mental than physical. He explains that Crawford's high boxing IQ, sharp movement, and ability to adapt give him the edge. According to Lewis, size will not be a deciding factor because Crawford's tactical approach and intelligence in the ring allow him to neutralize opponents effectively. That's why he believes Crawford can outsmart and outfight Canelo.
He's got incredible talent, incredible IQ. He understands the sport. He looks at it in a mental sense. He knows what he needs to do to stay at the top and be at the top. He moves very well. He's a very elusive mover, and his work rate is high.
I won't ask you who's going to win the fight because I know it's a question you've probably been asked a million times, but I will ask you, do you think this fight goes the distance, or do you think this fight ends inside the distance?
Interesting. Really an interesting fight to...
Bernie's assessment captures the essence of what makes Terence Crawford such a unique and dangerous opponent. In his eyes, Crawford is not just a sharp puncher, he is a fighter whose precision and timing turn his strikes into punishing blows that few opponents can withstand. Bernie emphasizes that Canelo Álvarez, despite his remarkable resume, has not faced someone with Crawford's combination of hand speed, accuracy, and natural punching power. When he says Crawford's hands are like bricks, it reflects the raw strength Crawford carries despite moving up in weight.
A fight is always highly anticipated, and one this magnitude, you know what I'm saying? I think Canelo is hyped too because, you know, they know that Bud brings a different element. And the guys that he's been fighting is now superstars. Bud is a superstar. It's a mega fight. It's an underdog fight, you know. And like I said, you know, I'm sure they anticipate, you know, he has trouble with movers and slick boxers and stuff like that. So they're trying to see how he deals with that, you know. Bud fans is, you know, understandable. You know, Canelo got the power. He got the experience. And, you know, he's one of the faces of boxing. And so, you know, it just breeds anticipation, you know, want to see somebody do something great. And I think that's what everybody mostly counting on. It's a lot of hate, though. A lot of people want to see us lose, and the real ones want to see us win. You know what I mean? But, you know, all in all, you know.
This has created enormous anticipation among fans. The boxing community is buzzing because many want to see how Canelo Álvarez, who has built his career on strength and counterpunching, will handle a fighter like Terence Crawford, someone elusive, unpredictable, and technically brilliant. Crawford's movement, agility, and tactical sharpness make him a puzzle. Unlike many of Canelo's past opponents, Crawford will not be standing still or waiting to be countered. This fight is as much about styles as it is about reputations, and for the first time in years, the boxing public feels that Canelo is facing an opponent who challenges him on every level.
Well, Bud Crawford just hits hard anyway. He got fucking bricks for hands, you know what I mean? He got baseball mitts. His hands is as big as a baseball mitt, so you know, then he's a sharp puncher. So you got to understand that Canelo hasn't fought a sharp puncher. You know, them guys wasn't sharp punchers. Magia, Berlanga, the guys, they not sharp punchers. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a sharp, it's a difference with the speed and the velocity that they're coming with. You know what I mean? If you can understand that, the quickness of the punches, the sharpness of the punches, these guys, you can see all their punches coming. You ain't going to be able to see all Bud punches coming. You ain't going to be able to see his punches coming, for real.
They have what, like one common opponent, Amir Khan?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you think the difference is? Obviously, you've seen a highlight reel with you know, with Canelo.
Amir Khan, who has fought both men at different points in his career, adds a unique perspective. While he respects Canelo's skill and accomplishments, Khan believes that Crawford simply wants this fight more. In Khan's view, Crawford's determination is unmatched, and that edge could prove decisive. Khan also notes that Crawford still has plenty left in his career, with energy, sharpness, and hunger that surpass what Canelo can bring at this stage. While Canelo has reached extraordinary heights, the wear and tear of years at the elite level has taken a toll. Khan sees Crawford as fresher, more motivated, and currently more locked in. This mental and physical advantage, he argues, may be what tilts the fight in Crawford's favor. For Khan, it isn't just about skills, it's about who is more prepared to sacrifice everything to win. And right now, that fighter is Crawford.
Great timing, great feints, moves well, whereas Crawford has the same, but I just feel like Crawford's ring eye coordination is better and he has more fire in the body left. He wants it more, in my opinion. Whereas Canelo in that last fight against the Cuban guy he fought, he just seems to me that that fire has just gone. Like, he was just getting the win and moving around and enjoying himself, which he can do, because at the end of the day, the guy, he's already cemented his legacy, so he can do that. So yeah, I got Crawford winning that fight.
And when you sparred him, when you were in the same camp with Bomac, what was it like? You have any good stories about sparring him since you were an opponent?
See, when I fought him as a fight, I didn't know what to expect. But then obviously, when I sparred with him, I would try different things to really how would I be able to beat a guy like him? And I was working on different things, and the guy is very tricky. He's a guy that always keeps on adapting your style and also keep getting better and better as the fight goes on. So yeah, he's a very, very good fighter. I do like him because he came to my camp 2-3 times, drove up to spend like 2-3 weeks with me. Well, just give me some advice and be there with me and win with me and train with me. And so yeah, that's why like them little things go a long way for me, and that's why I'll always support him and push him.
Trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards gives an important reality check. He explains that Canelo's decision to spar Jaron Ennis, another highly skilled and dangerous fighter, is a smart move but ultimately symbolic. Sparring, Edwards insists, is not the same as a real fight. Fighters often spar to test strategies, gain experience with particular styles, or even send a message to their future opponents. For Canelo, sparring Ennis might be about creating the perception that he is ready for Crawford's style. Breadman makes it clear that while sparring can offer useful insights, it cannot replicate the atmosphere, intensity, and unpredictability of a championship fight. In the ring, under the lights, with millions watching, the stakes are far different. Crawford's skill set cannot be reduced to a sparring simulation. Edwards emphasizes that Canelo's choice to spar Ennis should be seen for what it is, an attempt to prepare mentally and influence public perception, rather than proof that he will defeat Crawford.
And don't do nothing in camp and then go look like $1 million in the fight. That's why fighters spend the kind of money they spend on sparring partners, because getting the look or stimulating the intensity of how a fight is going to be is how you prepare for a fight. And the most important part of camp is sparring. So it didn't make me say that Canelo was going to win the fight, but it did make me say, damn, he's taking this fight serious, and that's a real good look. I respect the fact that he went out and got the best possible sparring he could find for Crawford to win this fight. I even respect when he did it, because if he would have got Boots early in camp, Boots would have probably beat his butt. You know what I mean? When you first come to camp and you're not sharp. So he got him a few weeks in the camp where maybe, what's how many weeks left for the fight? About 3 weeks left for the fight. This usually your peak time. So he got him about 3 weeks left in the camp so he can handle the work. Because again, you've been up to Philly and you've seen the work. Boots don't have bad days in the gym. He stays in the gym all the time. Yeah. So like, you could just get him off the streets and he'll go 10 or 12 rounds in the gym. He don't have bad days. I'm like, I'm not just bragging. I'm not bragging about a kid that I don't train or he's not my son. I'm just telling the truth. Like, I haven't seen him have like the off day in the gym in like 10 years. You know how sometimes a guy don't look good and you be like, oh, okay, he's not doing his best. He really don't have them days. You know what I mean?
And the crazy part about it is he does more than 3-minute rounds and he never sits down. Like, never.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned.